Hi, and welcome to the Health Begins with Mom show. I am Dorit Balvanov, your host. On this podcast, I will share insights and interviews on health, parenting, and explore the question of what does it take to thrive as women, wives, and mothers. Now, let's get going with today's episode. Hey mama, I have a question for you, and keep your headphones in for this one. Do you feel like you're bad at sex? Do you have to say no to sex night after night? Do you prioritize sleep over connecting with your partner? Do you feel tired, sluggish, overwhelmed, sleep deprived, uninterested, unmotivated, sucked dry, and just blah? Do you crave to feel stronger, more energized, alive, motivated, sexier? And do you want to not just thrive, but actually flirt with life and have all the things that you know are possible for you? Then I have amazing news for you. I'm about to launch a groundbreaking new 5-day challenge for free for you. And this challenge is for you if, like I said, you feel sucked dry, exhausted, tired, tapped out, unmotivated, uninterested, even apathetic, clueless, confused, and all those negative emotions that are related to you and your well-being. This challenge is for you if you feel like you're unwell physically, like you've gained weight like crazy lately, if you feel bloated, swollen, inflamed, fat, unsexy, or in the words of my client, like a stuffed up sausage. This challenge is also for you if you've had to say no to sex last night. Again. So I know 100% that you can shift whatever state you're in right now. Want to know how I know? I am a wife and I'm a mama of 3 girls. I'm also a registered holistic nutritionist and a female desire coach. I help moms just like you improve their libido and get their desire for life and sex back. So if this is something you struggle with too, head on over to www.healthbeginswithmom.com/challenge and sign up. And you must register for this challenge in order to get access to all the content and the training material. So I recommend for you, if you want to participate, pause this episode and go right now and sign up so you don't miss out. We begin officially on July 8, 2019. So if you're listening live, this is for you. And if you're catching this at a later time, you can still participate in the challenge, but obviously you'll do it on your own pace instead of live with me and the rest of the community. So again, head on over to www.healthbeginswithmom.com/challenge. Sign up and we'll get you in. I'm so excited to walk you through and get to know you better. So see you on the other side. All right. So welcome back, everybody. And hello to the new people who have joined the podcast recently. I know that every time we have new people who listen in and who join our beautiful community of busy moms who really know that it's possible to not just survive this life, but actually thrive. I love using the term flirting with life because that's how I want to be. And that's how a lot of you want to feel. And I think it's amazing and it's totally possible. And yes, that means that it will require some sort of surrender, letting go of control, and willingness to learn something new and tap into your highest and fullest potential as a woman and wife and as a mother. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about something interesting. It's a phenomenon that I've noticed among my clients and also among women in my community, and that is feeling like we are judging our entire life based on how we feel in the past, couple of days, or maybe, maybe a week or so. And that is, it's interesting because my husband and I had this conversation not a while ago, and he shared that with me, that he feels like that in his own experience. And I thought that's so brilliant because that's exactly how we feel as well, right? So I see that we women want to feel amazing and energized and strong and alive all the time. And yes, if we're honest, then it's totally possible. And then there are those days. So, for example, right now it is summertime. Things are slower, which I love. But kids were off for a whole week from school. And I had to stay home and be with them and, spend time with them and connect with them. And obviously, it interrupted, right, in air quotes, my daily flow, my the way I go about my days on a regular week when they're in school and daycare, and I have the day for myself. And so, yeah, in that time when they were home, I felt irritable. I felt annoyed. I felt like, why is this? I felt like this week it felt like a year, felt so long. And I know that a lot of you feel the same, whether it is, having a child after many years of being alone with your husband. All of a sudden, this child, this experience of motherhood, all of a sudden could feel like a burden, like something that you even, wish you kind of didn't do because it had taken away so much from you. Or that you feel like, maybe you're having an issue with some extended family issues and you have to, be involved in that, whether it's with your mom, your mother-in-law, your sisters, your siblings, whoever, whatever it is, that requires your energy for a little bit of time. That feeling is called resistance. It's like, no, why does it have to happen? I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want to do this. It feels hard. Why does it have to happen right now? It's the last thing I need, right? So that kind of energy. And what this does, it puts you in a victim mode. And instead of thinking, how can you change and what are the things that you can do to support yourself and be fluid and flexible and be adaptable to whatever life throws at you, we keep ourselves stuck in this feeling of resistance, right? So maybe you've heard this before, but what you resist will persist, which is why that that week for me, staying home with the kids, felt like a year. And in reality, it was just a week. But in my mind, it definitely felt like a year. Every day was so long. And I didn't know how to, entertain them. And they were in the kitchen all day long. And I felt like I'm sweeping and cleaning up and washing the dishes and doing all of this, house logistics that I hate doing more than usually. And I was just so resentful and so, resistant to this whole thing that in my mind, in my experience, energetically, it felt like it was actually longer than it was. And then when my husband and I had this conversation, this one reframe, when he said, Dorit, you are judging this week. You're judging your entire life based on this one week. You're drawing conclusions about who you are and how you handle, the kids and our household based on this one time in your life and you are basically um, lying to yourself. Let's face it, that's the truth. Right? So the narrative that was playing in my head was, oh my gosh, this is too hard. I can't do this. I don't have any energy. I'm so drained. I don't want to do this. If I have to clean up one more time, or sweep the floor one more time, or change another set of clothes again, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I don't know. I'm gonna flip. I'm gonna lose it. And this real. And in reality, I was feeling like my life is hard, like my life is unsustainable, like I obviously did not have time to connect with my husband the way I would want to. And there were many things that kind of had to be pushed away or put aside for the time being. And so my message to you today is try to have a kind of like a higher awareness whenever you are in this kind of feeling, right? Whether you feel like your life is so overwhelming and it's so rushed and everything is go, go, go and fast, 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 and you have zero time to, catch your breath and just breathe and relax and feel calm. And ask yourself if this is something that is going to stay for the long term, or if there is something that you can do to adapt, to change, to pivot, or to maybe just course correct so that you feel a little bit better in the time being, right? When you are feeling constricted, and see if that is the right representation of your entire life, right? Because remember, life is really built up of moments, little moments in time, and presence and awareness is really what will help you to get that feeling of I'm really living this amazing life. So for me, I had to kind of step back and really get honest with myself. And to me, the best way to do that is through journaling. So I take my journal out and I just start writing, just free writing, no thinking, no overthinking. I just write, 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 write. How do I feel right now in this moment? I feel irritable. I feel agitated. I feel like I don't want to be here. I feel like I want to run away. Da, 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 right? So you fill out the page and then ask yourself why. Why do I feel like this? Because my kids are home. Because my husband and I haven't connected in a really long time. Because I haven't eaten, I haven't fed myself, good quality food. I'm dehydrated. I didn't do yoga because my kids are home. All of those things. So then you understand, and then ask yourself, okay, so that feeling that I have, or those feelings that I have, now I know why I have them. So the why, is this something that is going to stay or is it temporary? Okay. So for me, it was obviously temporary. And I even wrote to myself, when it's going to end. I knew that July 2nd, they will go back to their programming, to their camps, their daycare, and I will go back and I will get my routine back. And that in itself gave me this sense of, like it's kind of like a reality check or even like a slap to myself. um, and and that's it. And that helped me to just feel more grounded, more centered, and feel stronger and like I have control over the way my brain or my mind thinks, right? Because if you let this go, then you will find yourself depressed. You will find yourself, eating unwell and making, wrong choices with foods, and not moving your body and not sleeping properly. And it's like a cascade of behaviors that will will happen because of that initial thought, right? So this is how you stop yourself in the tracks, right? You have the control over your how you feel. And honestly, I don't know if you're familiar with Danielle Laporte and the desire map. She talks a lot about how do you want to feel, and I totally talk about that too. I think that it's really makes it so much easier when you connect to feelings and emotions rather than having a goal or like a number. To me, I don't feel like I'm not a kind of person. I don't feel motivated by like a number or a goal, but I feel much more motivated by a sense of feeling that I want to achieve at the end of XYZ. However, what this doesn't take into account is the fact that feelings are really volatile and they are not permanent, right? And so many times we could be really fooling ourselves and lying to ourselves. So, how we feel right now in this moment, we might make the mistake of kind of projecting this into the future. So we might feel like, oh my gosh, I'm a failure, and why am I so weak, and why everything sucks, and da 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 da. Okay? So that is my message for today. And I wanted to finish off with a beautiful letter I received from a client I'm working with right now. And I thought this is so timely with this message that I wanted to share with you today, because this is what I'm going to read to you today is a journal entry that she had done, obviously in her journal, following following that an example of how that feels to feel constructed, to feel constricted, and to feel like, everything sucks. And so I hope you enjoy it, and really see if you can find yourself in her words. Maybe it would be, with slight variations, but really the idea here is to see how when you are giving yourself the permission to just write and to just be with yourself on the paper, so much insight and wisdom comes out of it. And the more we learn to trust it, to trust the wisdom that is coming out from that healing and cathartic experience of writing in the journal, and then obviously following our own guidance, I believe that this is where our strength as women and really as human beings lies. So enjoy it. Here we go. It is the day before my birthday, my 43rd birthday. And I guess I felt like some reflecting, or more like ruminating today. I don't know. I have been in a funk for most of this week, starting Monday with super low energy, very drained and tired. I did take the day off to rest, to meditate, journal, listen to podcasts. So self-care, I guess. Then Tuesday, I did feel much better, a little more energy, but concluded that it was sinuses. Wednesday went well with an early dentist appointment for my daughter and a good call with Dorit, and actually getting some work done in the afternoon. But by the evening, I was tired, irritable, had a headache, and was ready to go to bed and be alone. I woke up today just blah. Not really feeling terrible, but not feeling good. I literally did not want to work today. Pretty simple. I didn't feel like it. Like getting ready, going out, being nice, smiling, talking, all the things that my job requires. But I can't stay home and hide. And I know what I want to do. I feel like I'm in limbo between momentum and survival. I have wants and dreams and visions, and I feel stuck at the same time. I know that I haven't been present with my daughter or my husband and have been short and irritable. Dorit says it all goes back to food, and I do believe that she knows what she's talking about. But it feels like more. I get these spells of time and I question if I'm depressed. Seemingly, everything is okay. I'm not majorly ill, barely a sinus issue. I have a good life. I have an anniversary and a birthday this week. We're going out tonight and away for the weekend. But nothing really brings me joy right now. I don't have to feel happiness 24/7, but I should feel something, and I just feel numb right now. Not really one way or another with food, with movement, with sex, with activities, with the house, with plans. I'm just here, and this isn't how I like to be. I know that I'm always looking for a reason why. Why do I feel this way? Why don't I do something about it? Why do I not do the things that I should? Why? Maybe that's what's exhausting me. All this questioning, all the analysis. Maybe I just need to be for a while, even if it isn't happy or sad. Just be. I think that this is an illusion of something that I don't know to do. I'm always thinking and always questioning so much that I don't let myself to just be. I always need to know why. So, what are the tools that I have to shift this? I have awareness, just being aware of what is going on and observing it, being curious without questioning. I have support, people that I can turn to and ask questions or just get support through encouragement in words. I have movement, and I know that moving my body can shift my energy. I can take a walk, do yoga, work out, play with my daughter. I can do this. I have journaling. I can get my feelings, thoughts, beliefs and emotions out of my head and onto the paper to free up my mind to either just be or to move on. I have breathing. I can take pause and center myself on my breath to slow my body and mind down and ease or eliminate the anxiety that comes up. I have action. I can take action towards the things that will bring me closer to how I want to feel one step at a time. I can help others and I can share with others my work or in my life to shift the energy and mindset. And I have food. I can feed my body what it needs to thrive. What it needs to thrive. So, what stops me from doing any or all of these things, even when I know that they will help me? Me, resistance, my monkey mind, my replay of negative self talk, all of the above. My mind can be a dangerous place, and it feels like the less I lean into what I can do to shift things, the more out of control I feel in my thoughts, beliefs, and actions. I lose touch with myself and my inner wise voice, my gut, my intuition. They just take a back seat, and my world starts to spiral around me, and I can't seem to grab hold of anything. I need motivation. I need creativity. I need a spark to light me up. But that is all within me. It's all there waiting to be tapped into or turned on, as Abraham Hicks says. I just have to look deep enough, dive down, be brave, have courage, have faith, and trust in myself to do what I need to do to get back to that place that I desire. So what does this place look and feel like? It looks like flow, freedom, ease, steadiness, magnetism, energizing, joyful, effortless, fulfilling, satisfying, and present. It is going through the day just knowing what to do and feeling good about it. Feeling the synchronicity, the ease, and the energy that comes from living in the flow. And it's not something that I can just make happen. Although it does take effort, it just happens. You just realize that all of a sudden, everything feels good. Everything feels right. right time, right place, the right way, but not in a judgmental kind of way, just right. It's really hard to explain and can really only be experienced, but when you're in it, you know it. You know that feeling and you want to keep it going for as long as you can. And I think that's where I'm at right now, in the contrast of that feeling. I'm not congruent with that feeling that I want to have, and so my mind is playing tricks on me and forcing me to look the other way. To resist what I know would help bring me back to that feeling, and sometimes it resists hard. It puts up a very good fight against what I know will help me. It can be stubborn and rude and uncaring, and that is the opposite of how I want to be as a person, wife, mother, boss, friend, and daughter. It's my job to put my tools to work, no one else's. I have to make the choices and take the action needed to turn the resistance around and show it who is the boss of me. I am in control of my mind, my body, not of my mind and body, not it. I can easily let resistance take over and live in the contrast. But I have seen the other side and I know how good it can feel, and that gives me the motivation and drive to take it one step at a time, over and over, and get to that feeling. I can get there again and make it better and better. This is all possible within me. So, girlfriend, I hope you've enjoyed this beautiful journal entry, and hopefully you found yourself in it as well. And one of the most beautiful things that I have seen inside of this entry is how intuitively she craves to feel more flow. She wants more freedom and ease and steadiness and all of this, guys. Like, I cannot drill this enough into your head. All of this is exactly what I teach inside of the Feminine Current Mastery. These are the things, these are the tools. The flow, what she's craving, and I'm almost certain that you are craving as well. I know that I am, is that feeling of flow. And to me, when I think about flow, I think about a circle. So living your life in alignment with your feminine current. That is the magic. That is the magic. And maybe in our heads, it's hard to kind of like wrap our heads around it and to really understand what the heck is she talking about. Then I'm going to say it again. Come and join the free challenge, the free 5-day challenge that I will be hosting starting on Monday. So, this is where we are actually diving deeper into the feminine current. I'm actually going to teach you how. I'm going to show you, I'm going to give you my most powerful tool, which is called the Female Daily Tracker. And we are going to be looking at the 6 female markers that when you learn to pay attention to them, your life will turn around. And this is where you will feel like you are in the flow. Even with those days that you feel drained and unmotivated and annoyed and agitated and all of that, but you will know how to bounce back, how to shift your energy around, and how to take care of yourself. Because let's be honest, girlfriend, this is something that unfortunately, we weren't taught. We weren't taught by our moms, by our grandmothers, by the women in our community, because they themselves didn't know how to do. And so this knowledge, this wisdom, it's not only helpful and it's not only insightful. This is actually life-changing. And I want you to know that I'm going to give everything I've got into this challenge, and the course that I will be inviting you to join afterwards. I will be giving my 100%. But in order for this to work, I need you to show up. I need you to say, you know what, Dorit? Yes, I feel like shit. I feel crap, I feel blah, I feel, all the rainbow of negative emotions, but I know that I can feel better. And so I'm done. I'm done with all this crap, and I'm ready to thrive. I'm ready to feel at ease. I'm ready to feel magnetism, steadiness, joy. I want to feel like my life is less complex. It's less complicated than what it is already. I want to feel like my life is not so rushed, right? And so drop the idea that it is just the way it is because, you work full time and you're busy and that's just the way it is. No, drop that. That is a limiting belief. Instead, give yourself the permission to stay curious and explore the things that I've been talking about for 2 years. If you are with me from the very beginning, in June of 2019, this podcast is already live for 2 years, and that's what I've been talking about for 2 years. And I'm finally ready to take this message bigger because I've seen how it works. I've seen how it changes lives of people. First and foremost, it changed my life. And I also know I've seen my clients, one after another, like life is being completely changed after women after they educate themselves and really embrace this wisdom and actually own it. All right. So again, if you're curious and you're interested and you're like, yes, I want to participate in this, sign me up, then head on over to www.healthbeginswithmom.com/challenge. And there's going to be a written copy on the page. Scroll down below, and at the very bottom, there's going to be a place where you can put your name and email and then click register, and that's it. That's all you need to do to register, to sign up. After you've registered, I will be sending you all the content on all the training materials, and you will be doing this challenge with me hand by hand. I will personally guide you through it. You will have access to me to ask me questions and all the things that you need from me. I'm happy to do this, and that's it. All right. So I'm sending you off with much love and many blessings, and I will catch you next time. Bye for now.
Thank you for listening to the Health Begins with Mom show. I love hearing from you, so please post your comments and questions over at healthbeginswithmom.com/podcast. If you love the show, please share it on social media and in your real life with other moms who might enjoy this content. And if you have a burning question or topic you'd like me to hit on the show, just drop me a line at dorit@healthbeginswithmom.com. And if you love this show and really want to support it, please go to iTunes, write a review, and subscribe. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll catch you next time. Much love and many blessings.